Hi, welcome to Happier SLF, a channel dedicated to your growth toward a happier self, always putting self-love first. Today, I'm going to talk about positive affirmation. I am strong, I am confident, I am happy, I'm worthy, I'm beautiful, I'm passionate, I'm lovable, I'm loving, I'm mindful, and so on and so forth. But why don't they work? I'll explain why they don't, and I'll explain what you can do to make them work. If I could have a penny for every time someone took a positive affirmation and felt all excited and hyped up about it and started to say it and then soon after saw that it's not doing anything and let it go, right now I'd probably be out there somewhere looking for some bank that would actually accept that many pennies, and I'd not be here making this video. You get the point. Why do they not work? Here's why they don't work. Positive affirmations are positive words that you aspire to become. There are things that normally you're not used to and you want to be used to. You want to turn into that. So if I have been, for example, insecure for decades and I would like to be confident, I might start saying, I'm confident, I'm confident, I'm confident. And the hope is that it would help me feel confident, right? But the thing is, just by saying I'm confident, you're not going to increase your confidence. You can say it 100 times, 1,000 times. Maybe if you do it for a few years, it can cause some change. But the thing is, there is something that people often leave out when it comes to positive affirmations. And that is the fact that positive affirmations have to include an emotional shift. Okay? Here's how it happened for me. I, like a lot of other people, also have tried, I'm pretty sure in the past, to do positive affirmations and wrote it down, put it up somewhere, said it to myself. Has some limited effect here and there, yeah. But I also I think gave up on them at some point. But luckily, a few years ago, I went to this really cool workshop that taught me a great secret about positive affirmations. So at this workshop, they had all of us put down what we wanted to be, right? People would put things like strong, lovable, loving, passionate, all sorts of things, right? And then they explained this concept to us that whatever you want to become, it shouldn't be something that you have as a long-term goal and hope that one day I'll be confident, or one day I'll be lovable, or one day I'll be forgiving, or anything that you want to be. The point is to shift into that right now. The point is to live it, to feel it. Living it would mean feeling it. See, positive affirmations are supposed to change the way we feel. If I'm used to feeling insecure for decades, then throwing some words at it, I'm confident, is not enough to change that. I have to shift my state of being. When I say I'm confident, I have to feel it at the same time. That's what we learned at that workshop. How it happened is they had us come up with a list, like something like 5 or 10 different things that we wanted to be, states of being, right? Like the words I just used. And then they had us say them. But not just say them, they had us say it over and over and over again. This thing was at a place with it was like a hotel lobby with a large space, and they put on some inspiring music, and every person went with their words and whatever they wanted to be. And they kept saying it. So let's say I go around and I say, I'm confident, I'm confident, I'm confident, not feeling it. I'm confident, not feeling it. So they would have us go and say it so many times from here, feeling it. They'd be like, say it louder, say it like you mean it, say it louder, I'm confident, like that, right? And they would put someone, like the way they did it is they had people like put their hands on our shoulders and follow us around as we walked and said it. Like I'd be like, I'm confident. I would like walk around the room with everybody else, and I don't think I'm exaggerating when I say this thing took more than half an hour. We kept saying it over and over again, and we were supposed to say it until we really, really felt it. All of us shifted. You say it enough times that you're focused, that you're in the state, then you will be in that state. And then what happened was, at some point we had accountability partners, where I went to a continuation thing for this workshop, where we would check in with each other and we would say those positive affirmations. And if the other person wasn't really feeling it, you'd have to say it again, right? So you keep practicing over and over and over, and making sure that you're mindful and that you're present with it and you're feeling it and it's coming from here, and eventually you do less and less of it. So now the question is, do I have to do this every time I want to feel confident or powerful or wealthy or whatever it is that I want to be? You do want to shift into it emotionally, yes, but the good news is you don't have to go through this whole thing. The good news is, the more you do the practice of shifting yourself using positive affirmations, the more power you're giving to those words. And eventually you'll notice that the more you do it, the stronger that shift becomes, and the faster it comes to you, the less repetition it takes. For me, this workshop, so I have a difference of opinion. As much as this workshop changed my life, there were some things that, for example, one of the things that I disagree with was they had us come up with a list of like 10 different things. I think that's too diffuse. I always like to focus on one thing at a time and put all your energy and thought into it. So what I eventually did for myself is I narrowed it down to a list of 4. If I were to recommend a number today to someone, I would say 1 to 3, right? So you might want to take those words and you want to practice them first until you start feeling it, right? And you want to repeat it every day with mindfulness, and you want to keep repeating it until you feel it. You feel it coming from here, right? So you might say something like, I am a powerful, loving, and lovable man. Or I'm a strong, worthy, and passionate woman. Or whatever you want to see yourself as. But remember, you're doing this to shift into it now, today. And yes, that's possible. You want to emotionally shift. This is years and years and years and years of living with certain negative emotions, and you want to replace it with positive ones. So for me, how I did it was, I would say like 3 or 4 things every day, and it kept getting stronger and stronger. Not only that, but then I would take particular words, like if I was in a situation about to walk into, let's say, an interview and I wasn't feeling confident enough, I'd just take that word. I might stay outside before entering and say, I'm confident, I'm confident. I'm confident, I'm confident, I'm confident, I'm confident, I'm confident, I'm confident. Do not hesitate to throw it out there so many times. Keep saying it over and over until you feel it, right? So then I'd feel more confident, and then I would walk into the interview. The more you do this, the stronger the effects become. Eventually, I'm at a point right now where I don't even have to say I'm confident. I've learned what it feels like to go from a state of being kind of insecure to a state of feeling powerful and confident. So all I have to do is become mindful and decide to switch from that to the new state that I want to be, to shift basically emotionally. So you're using positive affirmations to learn to shift. The more you practice this, the more powerful it becomes. These words are anchors, but the point is the emotional shift, is being it, living it, feeling that you are confident. It's a very different feeling, feeling confident versus feeling insecure, weak, or other negative emotions. To recap, positive affirmations could be very strong, but most people, the way they use it is they're not very present, so it's kind of absent-minded. They're doing it kind of robotically, just saying the word, thinking that that's going to cause change. Whereas you're dealing with core beliefs, you're dealing with very, very deeply rooted things. And as I always say, making fundamental changes takes time and takes patience. The thing is, you can shift right now. but the practice of it and the extent of it and the ease with which you can do it, it takes practice. The more you practice being mindful with that positive affirmation, the easier it gets to shift into it. So it's totally doable. You can start today. Write down what you want to become. I recommend up to 3 words. Even 1 is good. Say it over and over and over again. Yell it out if you have to. Go to some roof and yell it out. Or bring a friend or someone who you feel comfortable with. Or do it by yourself. But say it like you mean it. Over and over and over again. Until you feel that change. Then you did it. Do it again tomorrow. Twice. 3 times. Do it again the next day. I hope that was valuable, and I hope that if you have given up on positive affirmations, you will give it another try using this technique. If you have any questions, feel free to put it in the comments section. I'll be happy to see it. If you want me to make a video on a certain topic, put it there too. As always, thank you for watching my video. If you share my passion for growth and self-development toward a happier self, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell button so that you will get the new videos as they come out. Have a beautiful day. Go kick some butt.